All right, we had a couple of nice stretches that really was the whole game, really. They cut it to 58-52, and Kerr said we had an 11-0 run there. Kobe was a big part of that, and I took him out and put 7th in. And 7th was really good during the stretch there. He was not very good at all in the first half, but the second half during that stretch, I thought he was really good, and also thought Nasir was really active. Got the ball inside, got the ball off the boards. Nasir's 19, 7 rebounds. I think those two guys during that stretch were the biggest players for us. I like the fact that, I don't like the fact that he feels like he's struggling with his shot, but Kenny Williams, how about that? I mean, he's 1 for 5, but yet he has 9 assists. That's got to be a career high for him. Somebody probably missed a layup or something. He could have gotten double figures, but you like that. 20 for Cam. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well. We had some good shots, didn't make them. The discouraging thing to me was we put them on the free throw line so many times in the first half. They had 16 free throws and we had 5. It's not our game. We shot too many threes, didn't make enough of them. I still think we're going to be a really good three-point shooting team. We're just not making them right now. Rebounds, 46-37. I thought it would be better than that, but they again had 13 offensive rebounds to our 11. So it makes every game they've played, they've got more offensive rebounds than the other team. It's a little bit skewed because they shoot 34%, we shoot 52, so there's more offensive rebounds available, but I didn't like that, and I talked to them before the game about making sure that that didn't happen. But a little frustrating at times, but the biggest frustration for me was the turnovers and putting them on the free throw line way too much.
Roy, the 18 turnovers, half of them were about the freshmen. Is that just part of the learning curve?
If it is, I wish they'd freaking be faster learners, quicker learners. But, you know, you go down, Luke had 2, 7th had 2 in the first half, didn't have any in the second half. Leakey has 4, Kobe has 4, Nasir has 1, so that's 9 of them right there. But Kobe can attack the basket. He made some silly play. One pitch ahead to Luke. Luke wasn't open. In the very next play, Sterling threw it to somebody else. He wasn't open. And I told him it's pretty easy to figure out why they were not open, because we didn't catch the pass. But that's the most discouraging thing, the 18 turnovers.
What are your thoughts on what it may be?
What's that?
What are your thoughts on what it may be, turnovers? What do you see?
Not listening, not learning, all those kind of things. Coach Smith used to say that turnovers are either selfishness or carelessness, and half of ours tonight were carelessness and half of them were selfish. You're trying to make a great player, you're careless with the basketball. We turned it over 3 times dribbling the ball. So if you want to be good, you don't turn a sucker over.
What have you seen from Nasir Little recently in the last 5 games, his growth since the beginning of the season?
He's really active. I like that. He's in a tough situation right now. We're trying to teach him the 4 spot a little bit, so for a freshman to go in and play more than one position, going across the line from 3 is one player, 2 3s one player, 4 5 is another player, so you had to go across the line. That's difficult. Leakey's having to do the same thing, so that's difficult for them, but I think he's getting better. He doesn't have a great appreciation for the value of the basketball, even though he only had 1 turnover. But I like how hard he plays. You know, the first shot he made was the 3 back then. It was not a good shot, but he made a couple of really good ones after that. And I just like his activity on the boards. You know, if you look at this here, 8 for 9. That's not bad, guys. We'll take that most nights.
It was pretty even on the glass, and you guys closed 18-7 last
Pay more attention to details, just like the 18 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers, I think, guys, in the last 55 seconds. And 15 was bad enough, but you have 3 in the last 55 seconds. But more attention to detail. Sterling gave us some good things in there, too. Garrison, 4 fouls in 12 minutes is not the kind of thing we need to, because he's played pretty well for us.
Coach, now 5 games in, how do you feel like Kobe White has adjusted to starting at college?
As I said in the last press conference after the game, I'm really pleased with our point guard, both of them. You know, I don't like 1-4. That is not good. He liked 5 for 6 from the foul line. He liked 3 of 8 from the 3-point line, but he knows he can play better than that. 7th, as I said, was not very good in the first half, but during that stretch in the second half, he was really good. Could be, you know, as you get into bigger, tougher games, your rotation goes down a little bit. There's no question about that. So when you get a chance, you better play well, because there may not be a second one coming. But that's just the way it is. And I am comfortable playing a lot of guys. Playing 11 guys, major minutes, is really hard. 8 or 9 I'm really comfortable with, and I got no problem with that.
When you're doing that, I mean, what's harder to develop that chemistry as an offense or defense?
A little bit of both, but the biggest thing is the season is so long. I mean, my gosh, we start practice on July 1st and play the last game June 30th. For the whole year. I like to play a lot of guys because it is a long season, and I think you need, I do, I'm not talking about anybody else, I could care less what everybody else does. I feel like we've got to build depth, and build depth by playing it. And the other thing is, I want to see how they play. I mean, if I kept 7th out of the game because he played the way he played in the first half, I would have missed something that was really good. And so we still keep giving guys chances. But as I said, once you get down into tougher competition, get into league play and all that stuff, the rotation tightens up a little bit.
Coach, there's going to be some tougher competition later on this week in Las Vegas. Excited to see how this team handles itself.
No, because right now I don't like how I think they're going to handle it. You know, I told them we've got to have some good practice tomorrow, but we're getting ready to play a different animal. And if we play like we did in some stretches tonight, it'll be very unpleasant for us. But some of our really good teams learn things before you get to that stretch, and you raise your attention span. Raise your intensity level, focus on what you're supposed to do, and not get caught up in other things. So hopefully our team will do that, because Texas, Michigan State, UCLA, that's pretty difficult. And you know, our schedule's so crazy. We got 4 games in 8 days, and then we have 4 games in 28 days. It's Jesus Christ.
Last one.
With
Last 2.
7, how much over the past 2 years did you have to build up this confidence?
Who?
7.
7. A little bit, but not much, guys, because I was always truthful. He was never healthy. I'm serious. I don't care who you are. If you're not healthy, you're not going to play very well at this level. He made poor decisions is the one thing that I think was not related to his health probably. But if he'd have been healthy, he may have been able to go past some of those people too. But just think about it tonight. He had 2 turnovers, got beat twice on straight line drives in the first half. In the second half, he had 7, but not all 7. He had no turnovers in the second half, so that was good.
How has Cam Johnson been this season for you? He's been double figures in all 5 games. What are you thinking so far with his leadership?
He and Luke and Ken, he and Luke and Kenny have given us great leadership, and he missed a couple of open ones tonight. He missed a big running hook. It looked like he shot from the 1950s. But Cam's had a good year. Last game, he was the defensive player of the game. But we've got to tighten it up defensively, covering the basketball, which is always a problem in today's game, because kids can do anything with the basketball. The referee never calls palming or anything. It's just, it's not legal. But not just Cam, but everybody's got to get better defensively. But he's been a great leader for us, and I got 2 of those. I don't need 3. But I think that making shots really gets him more enthused about what he's doing on the defensive end forward. He's a complete player, too. I mean, he's playing the 4 spots on him, and that's hard for him to do, except it makes it easier because the guy guarding him is not nearly as mobile as he used to.
Thanks, good.